Welcome to the introductory video on Forsaken Sanctum. I'm basically releasing this game slash engine to releasing the source on it so you guys can build your own games with it, and I'm also going to be making tutorials on it on how I built it and how you guys can kind of make it your own game. So if you don't have any experience in the web languages PHP and MySQL, HTML, these videos are going to teach you how to really build your own game out of it. The first thing I want to go over though is make sure with any of your questions that you ask them at indieresource.com. Don't ask them on YouTube because I'm probably not going to answer them. It's too hard for me to go back and forth. And there's an excellent community at Indie Resource. They can help you when I can if I'm not around or something. And there'll be a section in there just for this video tutorials. If we also have some other tutorials there. I have another video series that is going on that you can watch that actually teaches you from scratch how to build the game. These tutorials are mainly going to be about that particular engine, how to make it your own. We can go ahead and head back over here. The thing about Forsaken Sanctum, I've been working on it for a long time, and basically the world, it's a I've made a couple different games out of using the same storyline and adding to the storyline and stuff. And this was one of them that it never really fit the storyline very well, so I figured, it might make a good actual game for other people to start building on. The thing to remember about Forsaken Sanctum is the web game is that I wanted to make it where players pretty much control everything. And if you see here, as I show you, they kind of do. You click anywhere to move, and you'll actually move across the map. The database pretty much controls the map, so you can go in and add whatever you want to it. It holds, right now I have it 1,600 squares, 1,600 of these squares per zone, and you can have how many ever zones you want. So you have a huge world, massively multiplayer that you could actually do. And it's not too big of a strain on the database. All these buildings you see are actually built by players, and I'll kind of show you what I mean. Now let's go over here and let's build something. And I actually built, let's build something. Let's go up here and build something. And just click build, and of course you have to build up the money to build. And let's build a weapon shop, and it tells you how much it is, and you can level 1 weapon shop can hold 5 items. We're just going to name it video weapon shop. Submit, and your shop has been built. And I never really prettied up a whole lot of this game. I used a lot of graphics that I was going to change later, so that's something you guys can actually do. And I'm going to kind of show you how to do a lot of that and really make this game unique. Then you can actually go in and visit your housing and visit, and it gives you anything you have in there. And then since you're the owner, you can actually place an item in the shop. I don't have any items on me, so it's not going to help me. But let's go back to the map. Let's see about buying a weapon or armor real quick. Not sure where a weapon shop's at. Here's a forge. Another thing about Forsaken Sanctum is everything is built. Use this forge. Every item, every armor is built by the players. There's nothing automatically added in the game. You can come in and you can craft your base armor, or you can actually craft new materials in the armor, and then you can go to the auctions and sell them, or sell them in your shops, or however you want to. And then you get a list here, and how you get stuff to craft with is you travel around the map. Let's go back. There's actually a creature here, which I'll show you how fighting works real quick. You just hit attack, and then you'll have to excuse my host. It's a little slow right now. I'm in a bad reception area, but you can see it gives you what happens the roll down. You can attack again or go back. We're going to go back. And depending on your armor and weapons, it takes that into factor. If you do a really bad miss, your armor or weapon will get damaged, and you have to repair it in a repair shop, which players own. Let's see. Let's find us a good empty spot. Go down here. A lot of creatures. Creatures are the same for everyone. So in other words, if I attack this and leave, somebody else can come along and attack it, and the damage is still there. So you can actually kind of raid big creatures, like real strong creatures that come into the game, you can have 4 or 5 people go down there and attack on it, and it'll share the well, I think there's creatures all over this town. The game's been offline for a while, so there hasn't really been anybody around to kill off these creatures, and that's the thing that'll happen is you'll get. And the good thing is it's done by actual touching the map. So every time you walk over a square, there's a chance for a creature. So the more players you get, the creatures will keep up with them. You'll constantly get new creatures all the time. They're basically dynamically drawn. Let's see what the house this is. It's the cafe. The more you mine or hunt or anything like that, the nobody's placed anything in here. The the less your stamina goes down. So you have to be able to eat something to build up your stamina again. Well, I don't guess there's going to be any open spots. If not, we'll just kill something. See, the Great Worm's pretty powerful, so you'd have to slowly beat on it and to bring it down. Here we go. You can say you want to hunt. You go to hunt, and depending on your skill, it will actually attempt to hunt, and then this is where you get your items. It took 1 hour, gain 5 experience, and with your experience you can level up. And let me show you the stats. This isn't very pretty because I never really prettied it up, but we can do that during the tutorials. You can see there's a whole lot of skills, and you can add more and more, but different armors and weapons, and your crafting and your hunting and all that good stuff. So that's basically it. There's still a lot of there's a lot of things that still need to be done with it to pretty it up. There's a couple bugs still left in it, but we'll go through it as we build it, and this will just make a good free browser game you can actually start out with.